Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. My name is Constance. If you're new here, welcome. I am in here in the kitchen today just canning carrots. Now, this isn't going to be a whole step-by-step canning carrots recipe or video, I should say, because I've already done that in the past. You know, it seems like every year, right around this time of year, I run out of carrots. And it is time to can some more up. And I had ordered carrots from Azure Standard, and as you can see, these are some monster carrots. Now, a lot of times I will use these canned carrots for soups and stews to just add in at the last minute. And I find it very handy to keep the canned carrots in the pantry just because we don't use a ton of them. With it just being Mr. Smith and I'm not going to go through a whole bag of carrots, you know, or a whole pound of carrots all at once most nights. And so just canning them by the pints is what I usually do, is perfect for us. Now I do have a video where I go through the whole process of step-by-step canning carrots. Now I use the raw method, the raw pack method, just because I think it's easier. Now granted, if you did the hot pack method, you would be able to fit a few more carrots in the jar. But to me, that's really not that big of a deal. I just like to make it easier. So as I'm going through, I'm peeling my carrots, and then they've actually all been washed. So they washed, they're getting peeled, then I kind of rinse them off again. And then I will cut off the ends. I'll cube my carrots because, again, I mainly use these for soups and stews. So I will cube them up, put them in my jars, and fill the jars with some hot water. Add a little bit of salt. For a pint, it's a half a teaspoon. For a quart, it would be a whole teaspoon. And then, you know, put on the lids, all that stuff, and process them. If you're processing pints, it's 25 minutes. If you're processing quarts, it's 30 minutes. Now, you can probably hear my All-American canner over there going in the background on the stove. That canner is full of pint jars, and I thought, just for the heck of it, I would go ahead and can some more carrots in these pint-and-a-half jars. Now, when you're doing an odd size like this, you wouldn't try to figure out halfway between a pint and a quart. You would just go with the longer time. You would size up, basically, round up when it comes to the size of your jar, and go with the longer processing time. So since these are more than a pint, I don't do the pint time. I will then upsize to the quart processing time. So even though it's a pint and a half, I'm still going to process for the quart time at 30 minutes. So I'm just going to keep on peeling my carrots. All right, so you see me taking my tongs here and lifting up the weight. And I basically do that to make sure there's no pressure in there anymore, because you want to wait till it gets all the way down to zero pressure. But even though your gauge might say zero pressure, there might still be some pressure in there. So if you start to lift up your weight and you hear that hissing, there's still pressure. So I'll just lift it up. If I hear hissing, I'll set it back down, wait a couple more minutes, and I'll just keep doing that until there's no more pressure underneath this weight. Hi friends, so I just wanted to share with you a little bit of a reminder that it is almost March, and with March comes my open collaboration of March Canning Madness, and I shared a video all about that several weeks ago, sharing about it. There's also an article on my website, which I will link to both of those in the video description down below. So my hope is that this year, like last year, there are lots of people out there making some canning videos to share in the month of March. You know, it is a time of canning up all the things that we want to get into the pantry before garden season kicks off, and it will be here in no time. So be sure to check out the links below for the article or video all about it if you want to find out more. And remember, you can also get a discount on my favorite canning lids, the Superb canning lids, which are sturdy, well made, and made in America, not just American owned. They are by far my favorite canning lid, and you can get 20% off with my discount code Cornbread20, and I will have that linked below as well. So with that, God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.